So for the next however many days,
39 days. Do not even insinuate that it will not be a full 39 days.
Hey, I don't have a crystal ball, but what are you seeing when you look closely at this game ahead of you?
I see a big pile of gold coins and me diving into it after a successful run at this thing.
Really?
Yeah, well, looking around at the other people out here, it's a lot of good people, which would intimidate a lot of people, but for me it works out well because people want to get rid of threats at some point in the game. If you're dangerous, you get the boot. Well, when there's a lot of dangerous people, there's more room for me to blend in and not be the one booted. So for my game, I really want to keep the big scary people as long as possible, and then I'll just duck in the corner for a good long time until I have to make a move.
I'd like to see you try to blend in. This is quite amusing to me, Malcolm.
Oh.
Because you don't blend in. But I want to know, who are these big scary threats?
I mean, you got guys like Ozzy and JT, who I grew up watching on the show. Now, they've lost a step and they've grown beer guts, the both of them. So
Ozzy has a beer gut.
Oh, Ozzy's a little round mound of nasty hippie rebound right now. It's awesome.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, he's got a little belly right there. He probably still swims better than any other human being alive. But yeah, you could roll him away like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka if you needed to.
Oh my gosh. Okay, JT was still looking fit.
Well, JT drinks Coke for breakfast. JT wakes up in the morning, he's such a Southerner. That's a Coca-Cola before his coffee.
What about Tony?
There's too much protein hanging off all the men this season. Tony is,
You are so
Caleb looks like he's been blown up like a balloon animal. And then Brad has a skull probably 3 times thicker than most Neanderthals.
Oh my God.
So there's a lot of big guys. But so you tell me you can't see me blending in. If I'm a big fit guy, well, there's 3 steakheads and 2 legends running around out there with me. So I totally can blend in.
You can. Okay, well, we've talked about some of the guys. What about the women? Who are you seeing here on the island that is potentially someone to either align with or give the boot?
The women are always scarier because I don't think straight. Happens. I'm a boy. It doesn't work out well. But there's a couple of the girls are really scary. Suri, loved watching Suri when I grew up. I'm the biggest Suri fan. I don't want her on my tribe.
No.
Like, you got to go immediately. She does not want to deal with the threats. And Sierra, the normal size Sierra, not gargantuan Sierra. Sierra reminds me of me, which is a problem because I would get rid of me. So she has to go for being somebody that I would probably really like in real life.
Right.
Can't have that out here.
Can't have that.
No, none of that.
Okay.
There's 2 new people. No idea who they are, except the girl's very cute and very athletic looking. And the guy has a fantastic mustache. That's all we know. He looks like a little English villain. But I've been in their situation before. I've done the exact thing they're doing, and if on day 1 they need someone they can confide in, all I have to say is, guys, I've been through exactly what you've been through.
Here's my shoulder.
Climb under here. I'll take care of you.
Yes.
Hopefully that works out.
I think that would work very well. I mean, you played both times a very good game, 4th and 9th. It's nothing to slouch at. Finding idols was a big prowess of yours, playing a great social game. Are you going to be doing those same things this time around, or what have you added to your repertoire this time? Yeah,
I mean, I had good runs. These are things, my parents don't like hold their heads in shame when I come home after Survivor. I had good runs, but I mean, if you're not first, you're last. Not to quote a great American hero. I don't know if y'all have heard about this in Canada. Ricky Bobby is a legend. But everything after winning is a loss. So you have to change something if you're going to make it different this time. I find idols. Still going to go looking for idols. I probably play a pretty good social game. Still got to do that. But the difference this time is going to be timing when I make my big, flashy, exciting move. Because I can't help myself. It's going to happen at some point, for better or worse. But if I time it right this time, which was my problem in the past, doing it too early or maybe too late, if I time it right this time, I'm going to be rich.
Okay, so it's all about timing. I mean, isn't that in life? It's all about timing?
Yes, right? Survivor, once again, is a perfect metaphor for life. It's all about timing.
Now, you have played with some players here on the island, Andrea being one of them, who you maybe had something together with that didn't end well. Is that somebody, since you have a previous relationship with, that you might look to do something with, or you may avoid?
Andrea is an annoying kid sister to me. She's very cute, very charming.
Yes.
I think I voted for her 3 times the last time we were out there, and then she ended up getting me off. So we're out here together, and we genuinely get along outside of this, but in the context of this game, we're side-eyeing each other constantly. I don't hold grudges, because she got me out, but I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice to exact a little revenge at some point.
Just a little bit. Oh, come on, you have to have a little fun.
Okay, a lot of it,
A lot of it, come on.
If I get Andrea out, there will be a big stupid grin on my face.
Okay, I like this. Okay, so Ozzy, you did mention that I can't believe that there's a little beer belly happening. I can't wait to see it. But he's also, the two of you have been compared many times throughout the Survivor universe as being very similar players. Do you agree with that? And do you think that might bring you together or repel the two of you?
You know, everyone compares me and Ozzy because we don't get haircuts. But that really is the only thing we have in common, in my opinion. He's a fish in the water, and I doggy paddle, and he's not great socially on the island. Repeatedly has not been good, and that's my strong suit. That being said, just due to appearances and looking like a couple of grungy hippies, that is something that can bring a couple guys together early on. And if that's something that he wants to work with, I'm definitely not against working with Ozzy.
Yeah. Oh, I would like to see that. I think that could be...
That could be a little dangerous.
The likability factor between the two of you is a little bit out of this world.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yes, absolutely. And who do you think is maybe sort of the dark horse?
It's weird to call somebody who's won twice a dark horse, but I'm terrified of that little Sandra running around over there. She's terrified of cockroaches. She's been squealing back at our little camp before the game started every time she sees a bug. She can't lift a piece of bamboo, but she's won this thing twice. And I'm sitting here thinking about it logically. I don't know when to get rid of her. Do you get rid of her right away if she's just going to offer to vote with you? Or then you end up keeping her and it gets to the end like, oh no, she can't win. We saw all that worked out. So Sandra is legitimately terrifying because I have no idea what to do.
Well, that's one of the reasons that you've all been invited back is that you make big moves. You're sort of maybe hard to understand. Yeah. We don't know necessarily what you're going to do or how you're going to play, but we do know that there's going to be some game changers here. How do you define your game-changing play?
I mean, besides the obvious, devastatingly handsomeness that you see before you.
Yes. Trying not to just...
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
The sweat.
I apologize. Yeah, I'm glistening. This is. But genuinely speaking, nowadays Probst has these things he calls live tribal councils. It's when people are actively trying to figure out what's going on at tribal council.
Yeah.
I was the first one to do that. I was the one who's pulling out idols for the first time at tribal. I did it multiple times over 2 seasons, and now it's just a thing that happens every season.
Right.
So every time it happens, and I'm sitting at home on the couch with too much whiskey and my junk food, I'm like, that was me.
That was you.
That was my game-changing contribution to Survivor.
There you go.